So welcome to another episode of On Food, where we cover the featured topics around the industry, and we do it with great executives across the business. I'm here at 100 Montaditos in Weston, Florida, with CEO Francisco of 100 Montaditos. Hey, this is
Thank
great.
You. How are you? Yeah, welcome to a bit of Spain in Western Florida.
I like it. You know, this is one of those places when you first walk in, you kind of get this very warm feeling.
Thank you.
Very European in a way, and I think it's an interesting fast casual concept that you guys have. Before we get started, Francisco, tell us a little bit about who you are and kind of how you got in the business.
Yeah, well, I'm the CEO of Montaditos in America. I'm in the company for 1 year, and I'm excited to be here in Florida, trying to expand and to grow the brand in the United States. We have a short experience in America. We have not very long experience also in Europe, because we are a pretty young company. We are only 14 years old. Now we are 400 Montaditos in the world, majority in Spain, but also we are in Italy, we are in Portugal, we are in France, we are in Belgium, and of course we are in America, United States, Mexico, Chile, and Colombia.
So Francisco, based in Madrid, Spain, you guys have kind of started to branch out. Obviously, Europe was your focus with building the brand at kind of its infancy. Moving into Mexico, now the United States. Why Miami?
Well, Miami, because natural reason. Miami is the capital of South America. And for us, it's a natural expansion starting point. Miami is a Latin culture, and Miami is closer to Spain than other parts of America.
Right.
So for us, it's very natural. Also, the communication between Miami and Madrid are very, very often. So for us, was the easiest way to come into a market, to American market.
Interesting. So you said something in the pre-show that I thought was really intriguing, and that is that Montaditos is not necessarily a Latin brand, but instead more of a cosmopolitan brand, which maps really well with some of the big cities here in the U.S. Kind of explain that.
We realize that here in America, people are very cosmopolitan. They are very good and high knowledge of European culture, of Spanish cooking. So we want to offer not only the Montaditos, which is our star in the menu,
right,
but also a bit of the Spanish culture, Spanish cooking culture. So this is accompanied with the sangria, which is very special from Spain,
right,
very typical from Spain, the sangria and the beer. For us, it's very important, not only the food, but also the drinks, because the Spanish culture, you know, people in Spain likes to eat out of the restaurants, in the terraces,
right,
in the air, and mix the food and share the food with each other.
Right.
So sangria is perfect for that, beer is perfect for that, and this tapas and the Montaditos is also perfect for that.
Fast casual is it's known in the United States for upscale product. Ingredients are usually a little bit more exotic in some cases, and definitely higher quality. So when you look at something where you guys are positioned in terms of price point, you have one of the best price points in this sector. How are you able to take a product like this and really model it into a price point like that? What's the secret?
We have a centralized headquarters in Madrid to negotiate for worldwide conditions, or prices conditions for worldwide. We import a lot of things. We import the ham, we import the manchego cheese, we import the bread. We have, in Montaditos, we have a range of prices starting by $1.5 and goes to $5.
Oh, okay.
And in the tapas, it's exactly the same. If you choose a tapas of only ham, you can buy by $8 or $10. But if you want Iberic ham, if you want an upscale product, you have to pay close to $20. So the range of prices is very wide, and you have to select. You have to choose.
Yeah. Well, I think choice is a big thing. You know, when you look at scaling menus like that, with kind of an entry level price point from the small Montaditos sandwiches to a more exotic charcuterie type tapas. How do the guests kind of embrace that? Are they ready for that when they walk into a Montaditos? What do you think?
We employ a lot of work and a lot of time to explain our concept.
A lot of education.
Yeah, and educational. A lot of time. And we continue, and we will do, because it's essential for us that the people understand our way to eat.
Right.
So we are conscious that we will take probably 1 more year. Probably, yes. But this is an effort that is worthwhile.
So obviously the sandwich category is one of the most competitive categories in the U.S. Some of the biggest brands out there that are utilizing sandwich as the primary menu driver. You know, you guys of course have that very same position, so you are having to kind of create that differentiation. What else would be
What
that?
is our difference? Our difference is that we put the mini sandwich, which is baked to order.
Right.
The taste is absolutely different, and no one can use our ham, our manchego cheese.
So
they can imitate
sourcing.
But they cannot do the same.
Right, right. So great.
We are the
sourcing.
original.
Do you have a commissary? Is that how the distribution works out as far as when you bring or import your products in, or is it coming direct to the restaurants?
Yeah, direct to a logistic platform here,
Okay, so
and then the logistic platform distribute to the restaurants.
Gotcha. Okay. So bringing a brand like 100 Montaditos to the U.S., one of the biggest challenges in the U.S. is labor. So you've got everything from hiring and training and really kind of getting people immersed in your culture and the product itself. Has that been a big problem or a big challenge, opportunity?
It is a challenge, of course. It's a challenge because it's a different product. Never knows and never seen. It's different. It's difficult. And we have a team specialized in training.
Okay.
So this small team is going restaurant by restaurant just to train people to remember the things to do, how the things must be done, etc. So it's a small team, but it's continuing training people.
Interesting. So we have a lot of trends that we study in our media business around this emerging millennial, you know, which is really your target audience, that 18 to 34, male, female. And what we're finding is that they're really interested in new culinary experience, so something that usually pushes the limit a little bit more. They're also interested in really trying out new flavors, you know. So you guys have both of those angles. Is that kind of the direction you're trying to push with the brand?
Yeah, of course. This is the kind of direction. But don't forget that our main focus group is the youth.
Okay.
Our experience, for instance, in New York, in Bleecker Street, which is very close to the university, is the closest experience that we have to Spain.
Oh, okay.
Is the closest because the young people crowding in the restaurant in the Montaditos is exactly what we like to see.
Interesting.
So, because young people share the food more easily than more mature people, of course.
Okay.
And the same with the sangria, with the drinks, with the beer, etc. They are in a way that more positive for that. So in Spain, the success of the Montaditos is because the young people.
Right.
And we think that the United States is the same.
Yeah. So you guys have a brand, a look and feel around this restaurant that if I walked in to a store in Madrid, I would feel like I'm...
You'll find exactly the same.
Okay.
Exactly the same.
Trade dress is very similar.
Meter by meter.
Beautiful.
Square feet by square feet.
So, you know, I think a lot of consumers, when I walk into a Montaditos, and of course we get to visit a lot of concepts, fast casual, upscale dining and so on, I feel really kind of that homey feel that, you know, kind of, it's got that European flair to it. Do you think that is one of the reasons that customers just continue to come back?
Yes, we look for an atmosphere, an environment very familiar and very warm.
Right.
If you see the colors of the walls, if you see the pictures, which is the old Spain, black and white pictures, this is very familiar. It's like if you are in a family salon, in a family living room in Spain.
Right.
The wood, the red, the lights, which is the lights are very indirect light, and the pictures is really you feel like in Spain.
So Francisco, when you look at the number of international brands, there's been several over the past decade that have started to populate the U.S., East Coast, some in the Southwest, obviously on the West Coast. You as an executive that are leading a national brand, an international brand to come into the U.S., what's the hardest thing, the biggest challenge that you guys face?
For me, the biggest challenge is clearly the differentiation.
Okay.
If you have a product that is clearly different from the already known, you have a big part of success.
Right.
But if you want to repeat or adapt just what the American knows, you fail. So this is the hope I have with the Montaditos. The Montaditos is an absolutely unique product and unique formula. So that's why I'm pretty sure that the Montaditos will success in the United States.
This has been an amazing interview. First of all, thank you so much for letting us stop in.
Thank you to you, and welcome. And if you one day you come to Spain, I will show you the Montaditos over there.
I like it. I think you guys are onto something very unique here, and definitely a nice spread here. We got to dig into some of this food afterwards.
I hope so. Thank you very much. Thank you.